Hey everyone, welcome to Retro Magazines and Patterns. I'm Sophie, and today I'm going to make a pair of these mittens from this Vintage Majesty pattern book. So today I'm going to make the basic mittens. These are a really fun, quick pattern. I actually had a lot of fun making these. I think I'm going to be making maybe one of each pair in here. But for this one, we have to start with the cuff. And I'm going to make the largest size just because I think generally vintage sizes tend to be pretty small. So I'm going to need to cast on 36 stitches to start the cuff. Now, these needles are a little worse for wear, nothing that we can't use, but these actually came from that big canister of needles that I found in a recent haul. Not my most recent, but the one before that. So if you guys remember that big canister of old vintage knitting needles, that's where these are from. And I'm starting the cast on of 36 using a pair of size 6 needles. I am going to size up to 9 once we're done with the cuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and cast on these 36 and then we'll get that cuff done. Okay, all 36 stitches are cast on, so we are going to do the cuff with a knit 2, purl 2 pattern until it's approximately 4 inches, possibly a little bit shorter for me. Okay, so this is about as long as I want the cuff on my mittens. So I think I did about 16 rows of the knit 2, purl 2. Okay, so now for the next row, we are going to increase 1 stitch in the front, 1 stitch at the end, beginning and end, with a knit front and back. So knit and front back the first, knit to the last one, and then knit front and back. After this row, we are going to do, we're going to start doing the thumb increases, and it's really a pretty simple pattern. For the medium large size, you're going to knit 17 stitches, increase, then you're going to knit 2, increase, and knit the remaining 17, and then you're just going to increase those stitches between the 2 increases by 2 every knit row. Okay, so I'm going to pop up kind of what I mean in that pattern because I think it maybe sounds a little confusing, but it's actually a really simple pattern to follow. Now, to get to the 54 stitches that I need for my size, I found that I ended up with increasing to 16 stitches between the thumb increases, and that gave me my 54 stitches. So you'll just work this knitting with the increases, then purling across in the back until you reach the desired amount of stitches. For the medium and large, it's 54. Okay, so I am sorry, guys, that the shots are a little hard to see. The straight needles were a little tricky for me to get used to working at a table. But right here, you can see that I finished my thumb work. Now, what I did was I removed the first 19 stitches and the last 19 stitches and put them on stitch holders. And then I worked the middle stitches for a total of 11 rows. This gives me the thumb. And then we're going to go ahead and bind these off, not bind them off, I'm sorry. We're going to go ahead, cut the yarn and thread it through the top. We'll pull it together and stitch down the side of the thumb, but we'll wait to do that until the mitten is complete. So at this point, what I have to do is go ahead, get this pulled through those remaining stitches, and then I'm going to go ahead and put the stitches from the stitch holder back onto the needle, and we're going to start knitting those straight across. I really did enjoy this pattern because it's knit flat on 2 needles. Not that I don't appreciate a good knit in the round, but this just seems a little bit easier. Like, this was a lot easier for me to just say, ugh, I'm in the mood to knit something. I don't really want to think too much about it. So I could just pull out my needles and work back and forth on it. So that I really did enjoy. Okay, so this is where we're going to start working on the hand. So we have to pull all the stitches off of the stitch holders and put them onto one needle. So we're going to be working from the wrong side so that our first row is going to be purled across. So here I am just slipping them back on from left to right. and this just, it gets a little finicky. I'm sorry if it's a little hard to see. I was trying to show my work as best as I could without dropping any stitches. I didn't drop any stitches, so I was happy about that. But once we get them all back on, this part is the end of the mitten, and it's really easy. We're gonna just do a stockinette stitch back and forth until it measures, I think it says approximately 4 inches. And then we'll start the decreases for the top of the mitten, and it is done. And at that point, all we'll have to do is just seam it together. So you can see right here, now we're just going to be knitting straight across, back and forth, stockinette stitch. Guys, if you are looking for an easy pattern to make a wearable, if you're semi-new to knitting, this is a great pattern. You should give it a try. But now that I've finished it, I think that I'm going to try adding a little flair with some duplicate stitch. So I found this Sweeter Than the Rose vintage Leisure Arts cross stitch book that I had in my stash. I just got this at a library sale for 25 cents. And what I really wanted to do was find a cross stitch pattern that was small enough that would fit on my mitten, but would still look cute. So I'm by no means a professional duplicate stitcher, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a try, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so if you have never done duplicate stitch, you are close to me. I have done it a few times, but not anything really large at all. So it's really quite simple. What you're going to do is you're going to find the bottom point of your stitch. You're going to pull your yarn up through that point, and then you're going to find the 2 legs in the stitch above. Run your needle through both of those legs, then bring it back down to the point where you brought the yarn up originally, and then you'll see you have a little V right there. See, it looks just like a stitch. So I'm just going to continue to do the duplicate stitch until I can finish the cross stitch pattern that I picked from the book. It didn't turn out exactly like the image. I probably could have used maybe embroidery floss instead. It may have given it a more flush finished appearance, but you'll see what it looks like at the end. I like it. It's not the perfect ending that I expected, but I still enjoyed it. So here you can see my finished rows. This one I actually freestyled. I didn't follow the pattern from the book, and I like this one better. So I did stitch up the thumb, and I'm working on finishing the seam here. I used I believe it's a ladder stitch or a mattress stitch, which I really like doing. It's a lot of fun. It's not hard. It's kind of a meditative process for me, and I absolutely love the part where you get to pull the sides together and it looks seamless. So I'm going to pop up some diagrams for you guys if you're unfamiliar with it, but there are tons of great videos online that'll show you how to do the mattress stitch. Again, this is a great way to take a piece and make it look seamless, even if you've knitted it flat on 2 needles. And here we go. I'm going to show you guys the best part. Oh, it looks so good. I love that part. It's so satisfying. So now I'm just going to finish the mattress seam all the way down to the cuff. You can see what a nice clean seam it makes on the inside too. So it feels really comfortable to wear. It's not like abrasive against the skin or anything like that. Though you do want to make sure to trim up anything from your duplicate stitching on the inside. So these are all done now. I hope you guys really like them. Let me know in the comments below if you're going to make any, what kind of patterns you might use. There are so many great ideas you could do. We've had a lot of interest in the 70s on this channel. You could do some really great 70s graphic designs on here. You could do something simple like a heart. That would be really cute. Really, the possibilities are endless. As long as you can fit it in this space, you can just pretty much put anything you want on them. But even plain, they're a really cute pair. And again, this is a great pattern to use if you are trying to break into making wearables. You can make something like this really easy. These took me like a day and a half to make the whole pair. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think. If you make any, please share them with me on Instagram. I'll pop up my Instagram name for you guys there. But until the next one, I hope you guys have a lot of fun knitting some warm weather things, getting ready for cozy weather, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!